What's going on, guys? Esri Rosier here. I just got back from Seattle yesterday, and I am still very much disheartened. And I apologize in advance because I may start screaming in this video, but this game that we played on Monday night, it was better than the last two games, but definitely the most soul-crushing of them all. Another loss to the Seattle Seahawks. We cannot beat this team! Why can't we beat the Seahawks? Why? 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 Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, eight. We've lost 8 in a row to the Seattle Seahawks. You're telling me that you can't beat them once in 8 tries? Why? Why can't we beat the freaking Seahawks? It's every time we play this team, something always goes wrong. Something always goes wrong. Every time we play the Seahawks, it's always something. It doesn't matter how hard we try. It doesn't matter how well we play. We'll always find a way. It never matters with the Seahawks. Every freaking time! This team owns the Eagles, and we do nothing about it! Oh. This game pisses me off more than the last two. We were blown out by the Niners and Cowboys, but this game on Monday night, it pissed me off more than the others because we were ahead for like 99% of this game. We were ahead for 99% of this game. And the defense, which has taken a lot of heat the last 2 weeks, I thought overall they played a very strong game against the Seahawks. I know that drive at the end, the 92-yard drive, it makes it look really bad for the defense, but for most of the night, the defense played a strong game. They really did. What I'm really pissed about is how Jalen Hurts, and I love Jalen Hurts. He's our quarterback. I love the guy. But when I look at reasons why the Eagles lost this game, Jalen Hurts is one of them. Why does Jalen Hurts go for these deep shots when they're totally unnecessary? Totally unnecessary. He did it twice in this game, and both times it ended up in an interception. The first one, you're running the ball well on Seattle. We ran the ball very well in this game, by the way. It's weird. Like, usually the Eagles' formula this year, it's been that they don't run the ball in the first half, and then they start to run the ball in the second half. This game was the opposite. The Eagles started off running the ball well, but as the game went on, we gradually got away from it. I don't know why, but that's how it went. So the first interception by Jalen Hurts, you're running the ball well. He goes through this deep shot to Quez Watkins. And admittedly, it did look like Julian Love, the former New York Giant, it did look like he got away with pass interference against Quez Watkins. But why did you even go for that deep shot? You were running the ball. Just keep running the ball. They weren't stopping it. DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, they were running the ball very well. Why did you go for that deep shot? It was not necessary. So that goes for an interception. And then the one that lost the game, this deep shot, and this one is just really baffling to me. We were I can't remember what position on the field we were in, but we were near field goal range. All we needed was, I believe, 12 more yards to be in field goal range. And Jake Elliott, he is that dude. Jake Elliott has been a stone cold killer this year. He kicked a 59-yarder in terrible conditions, rain and wind, against the Buffalo Bills to send that game to overtime. And you have this kicker who's been automatic. You just need 12 more yards. And what does Jalen Hurts do? Jalen Hurts goes for this deep pass again to A.J. Brown, and it gets intercepted. You didn't need to do that. You just needed field goal range. Why are you throwing the ball downfield? Just get into field goal range. You needed 12 yards. I don't understand that. Why did he do that twice in this game? He did it once before, and then he does it again. All you needed was 12 yards, and you're throwing this deep bomb. You didn't need to do that, Jalen Hurts. Oh, this is just... We were ahead for 99% of this game. We gave up the lead with 28 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Another loss to the Seahawks. And it wasn't Russell Wilson back there. It wasn't even Geno Smith. It wasn't even Geno Smith. Who was the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks in this game? Drew Lock. The guy that got kicked out of Denver because he was so bad. This guy, he's not that good. He really isn't that good. And why did we give him so much respect? Do you know how many times the Eagles blitzed the Seattle offensive line in this game? How many times did we blitz in this game? Just once in the second quarter. Now, I did say earlier how I thought the defense played a strong game overall, besides that last drive, which we will get to very shortly. But why are you showing this much respect to Drew Lock? He isn't that good. He's not Joe Montana. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not Johnny Unitas. He's Drew Lock. He got exiled from Denver. They gave him up in that trade with Seattle because they did not believe in him. They had a reason not to believe in him. He's not that good. Drew Lock stinks. He stinks. How do you let, and then defense, and Matt Patricia, even, I have to talk about this. You give up a 92-yard drive to Drew Lock. 92-yard drive to him, Drew Lock. Drew Lock isn't that good, and you let him convert a 92-yard drive at the end of the game to end in a touchdown pass. That drive started at their 8-yard line. It started at their 8-yard line. And James Bradberry, oh my God. Oh my God, James Bradberry, what has happened to you? Last year, you were a Pro Bowl caliber corner, and this year, in the words of my friend Vince Watlington, everybody with a pulse is beating James Bradberry. Everybody is torching James Bradberry this year. That entire final drive, every target I kept saying Broncos, every target the Seahawks had on that drive, Drew Lock abused James Bradberry. He got cooked on the DK Metcalf catch, and then the final one, the touchdown to that rookie, Jackson Najigba, his last name is crazy, I can't remember exactly what it was, but that rookie receiver. They abused James Bradberry on that final drive. Ringo and Ricks looked better than James Bradberry in this game. Bradberry has looked very bad this year. He's been burnt toast in 2023. Burnt toast. Ugh. The 92-yard drive to Drew Lock at the end of the game, Jalen Hurts throwing the 2 deep balls when he didn't have to. That's been an issue all year, actually. It didn't just begin with this game. If you guys remember, in week 4, we played Washington at home. We were trailing by 7. And then Jalen Hurts throws this deep ball to A.J. Brown. Now, the play did result in a touchdown for A.J. Brown, but the problem was that not only did A.J. Brown taunt the Washington defender after the play to give us a 15-yard penalty, but Jalen Hurts threw that ball with so much time left that Washington went right down the field, and then they scored a touchdown to send the game to overtime. Well, actually, I was wrong. So we weren't down by 7 when that happened, but we were trailing. And all we needed to do was keep eating up the clock, run the ball, get the first down, keep moving the chains, and eventually kick a field goal to end the game. But Hurts throws this deep ball to A.J. Brown, which, while resulting in a touchdown, it had the negative impact of giving Washington enough time to answer, which they did. They scored a touchdown with 2 seconds left on the clock, Washington. Now, we did win that game. We did go on to win that game, but this is yet another example of how throwing these deep bombs when you don't have to, it really does not, it's not a good idea. It doesn't do anything. You didn't need to do that. I mean, everybody loves a kill shot, but is it really a kill shot when you're not killing anybody? It's killing us. It killed us in this game. Another loss to the Seattle Seahawks. I don't get why we can't beat this team, man. It's been 15 years. 15 years. And don't ask when was the last time we beat them in Philadelphia. Don't ask. You want to know? Do you really want to know? 1989. That wasn't even at Lincoln Financial Field. That was at Veterans Stadium. Veterans Stadium. That was 34 years ago. 34 years ago. Our last home win against the Seahawks. 34 years ago. That's ridiculous. Even at our best, we can't beat the Seahawks. 2017, when we won the Super Bowl. The 2017 Eagles went to Seattle, and they got blown out, I believe, 27-10. The Seahawks stopped our 9-game winning streak. It's like no matter what, we always find a way to lose to these bastards. I hate the Seahawks. Outside of our division, the 2 teams I really can't stand, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. But this loss, we had this game. We had this game. This was our game to win. And you give up the lead with 28 seconds to go after allowing Drew Lock to convert a 92-yard drive for a touchdown. We've lost 3 in a row. 3 in a row after a 10-1 start. We now sit at 10-4, ladies and gentlemen. That 49ers team, they're basically guaranteed to be the #1 seed because this loss was really undoing because I held faint hopes that the Eagles would win out and they would finish 14-3. And what gave me hope was that the 49ers, they actually have a game next week against the Baltimore Ravens. Well, not next week. This week, they play the Baltimore Ravens on Christmas. And I think that the Niners are going to lose that game. If the Niners lost that game like I think they will, and we won out, including the Seattle game, we would have been the #1 seed. But guess what? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen because now you not only need the Niners to lose once, you need them to lose twice. And do you really think the Niners are going to lose twice in these final 3 games? I don't. I really don't. I mean, they do play the Los Angeles Rams again, but the Niners own the Rams. Like, it's where, so the Rams own the Seahawks, and then the Niners own the Rams. Well, actually, pretty much the Niners have been owning everybody lately, but they're not going to lose to the Rams. And I think that game's in San Francisco. They've beaten the Rams 9 straight times in the regular season, I believe. They own the Rams. I'm not putting my faith in LA to beat San Francisco. I could see Baltimore beating San Francisco, but not LA, not LA. So the #1 seed is virtually out the question. You got 3 games left to go. You have the New York Giants twice and the Arizona Cardinals. The good news is that 2 of these final 3 games are on our schedule. They're at home. The Giants game on Christmas this week and the Cardinals are both at the link. But honestly, the way we're playing, we can lose to anybody. We can lose to the New York Giants. We can lose to the Arizona Cardinals. We can legit lose to the Arizona Cardinals the way we've been playing. I mean, if you let Drew Lock convert that 92-yard drive for a touchdown, you let him tear you up like that, Kyler Murray is definitely capable of tearing you up. I think this Tommy DeVito guy is capable of tearing you up. The Eagles, we're in a lot of trouble, guys. We're in a lot of trouble. I mean, we did clinch a playoff spot, but this team is looking like a one and done team in the playoffs. It looks like we're going to go to the playoffs and we're going to lose. That's what it looks like right now. Now, things can change. It doesn't have to end this way. You write your own book. Even though you don't control your own destiny anymore, you need a lot of help, and I do mean a lot of help. You can still right the ship, but will they? Will they? Nick Sirianni had a press conference recently saying that Matt Patricia isn't running his scheme. He's running Desai's scheme. What was the point of demoting Sean Desai if you're going to have Matt Patricia running the same scheme? This loss snatched my heart, ladies and gentlemen. 8 games in a row we have fallen to the Seattle Seahawks. And it really should have stopped at 7. We should have won this game. I went to this game. I was fully anticipating for us to win this game. And with 28 seconds left on the clock, we let it go. We let it slip away. So take care, everybody, and go Birds.